I've been a pastor for 34 years in the Jackson County area. Now, spring of 2020, we received mandates from our county to shut our churches down. And I refused, and I kept our church open. People are pretty smart. We shut our churches down because of snow, ice, the weather. People are free to go to church or stay home, regardless of the weather. But for the government to put out a mandate to shut down a church violates our First Amendment right. And in this state, we also have a state constitution, in Article 1, Section 5, that mimics but also adds to our freedom of religion. First Amendment of the United States Constitution gives us the freedom to assemble. And like I said, we're pretty smart. We can stay home because of weather or make our own decisions. And I kept my church open based on the First Amendment. And there's no church that I'm aware of in this state, but I am aware of other churches in other states that had a problem staying open. They were sued, forced to close, because we have judicial lawfare in this nation, and some states are worse than others. And I really appreciate my senator from the 23rd, and what he's wanting to do here with his bill. I would only wish that we tied this bill to what we already have, and that's the First Amendment of the United States Constitution, as well as Article 1, Section 5 of the Missouri Constitution. And it would not be just a standalone by itself, because my concern is that we would be passing something by saying we really don't have this right to begin with, which we do. And it is my opinion that the amendments that we already have in the U.S. and the state constitution is enough. But I would support this bill if it was tied directly to those amendments. And I would also support it if it had some teeth, that we'd be able to sue any government that tried to shut us down. So because it doesn't have those, and I being a pastor, and it would seem very odd of me just voting no, I'm explaining why I cannot support this bill in its current condition. And I do think it has a potential of possibly doing more harm than good. And if it does pass, which most likely it probably would, that maybe we can come back next session and tighten this up and tie it to our Constitution and put some teeth to it as well. So with that, Mr. President, thank you. Appreciate it.